Hey guys, so I loved working with food. Growing up as a big boy, I had to eat all the time. If I didn't love food, I would have continued to work at the temp agency, getting jobs at warehouses and as delivery drivers, making just a little bit more money than I need to get in my car and get to that said job. Even though I was in the food industry for a very short time, doesn't mean that during the time there, I was able to pick up on a couple of things that I wanted my customers to know. Here it is, my list of the most important things every food industry worker wants their customers to know. Number 1, people make mistakes. The truth of the matter is those people behind that counter making your sandwich, or that chef in the back of the kitchen making your spaghetti is, get this. And because we are human and not some extraterrestrial being that lives to do one thing and only one thing, which is to serve you, yes, we can make mistakes. 91% of the time, it's not even our fault due to somebody else messing up or like a shortage in inventory. That 9% of the time is usually just your waiter getting burned out after all the work they just did, or you might just actually have a bad worker. This one ties in really well to my next topic, which is they are out of something or the food is bad, it's usually not your waiter's fault. Now, for some reason, this one is like a hard concept for most people to grasp. This one really gets me too, because every time I go out to eat with my friends or family out at some nice restaurants, I always end up seeing it happen to these guys, and I know how they feel. Let me just ask you to look at this from a wider perspective. Yes, the waiter is the face, the front, the full representation of the establishment in which you are dining in today. But should you for any moment think that that waiter is responsible for anything else other than getting your silverware, getting your drinks, taking your order, and taking it back to the cook so that he can prepare your meal for you? No, you shouldn't. If something is wrong with your food, it's typically not your waiter's fault unless they forgot to write out a little detail, which again, like we talked about earlier, is usually when they're burned out because you're not the only person that they're serving at this moment. Now this next one's a little bit different, but it kind of relates to it, and it is, if you have a big order, call ahead. One of my favorite places to eat is Jersey Mike's, which is this uptown sub shop. It's a little bit more expensive than what you would normally think that you'd get at a sub shop, but you're getting really, really good quality meat and really, really quality service from all the employees there. It's just a great atmosphere, and I'm willing to pay that money to get that experience. One thing about Jersey Mike's is that you're actually able to like call ahead or do an online order, and it gets to them and they will go ahead and make those sandwiches for you before you even get there. So all you have to do is walk in there, sign a little thing, or pay for it, which is pretty convenient for both parties. You get to come in and just grab your food and get out quickly, and they also get to prepare it ahead for you, so not only that they can take care of you, they can also take care of the other customers. But there's seldom few people who walk in and get 7 full-length subs, and they're all completely different. None of them are made the way they are on the menu. They got banana peppers on Jimmy's, they got lettuce with no tomatoes on Sarah's, and all this crazy stuff for all these, and then they want to sit there and bicker and pester about the slightest details about it, make sure that you've got it right, and if you mess up one, they lose their shit. They just go off the walls, ridiculous, it's all your fault, this is a horrible establishment, even though we just pumped out 7 full-length subs for you. That right there is the prime example of why you should call ahead. If you're thinking about eating dinner, chances are, so is everybody else. So to make things easier, just call ahead. This last one's pretty good, and I think that it kind of ties in with just anybody that's working now, and that's to know your store's hours. Nothing is more annoying than seeing a customer walk in 5 to 10 minutes before you close and ask you to make them food or to ask a service of you. If we were all just robots and like slept in the back of the store in our little recharger booths and just were meant to only do one thing, and that was to help you, yeah, we would help you out 5 to 10 minutes before we close. Not me though, I wouldn't do that. I would just shut down. Now, most places start shutting down before that time that they actually close the doors, because a ton of them got things that they gotta do when they get home. Some of them have families to go home to. Some of them have friends. Some of them have lives outside of them. Some of them have to go home and put their kids to sleep. And then some of them have to go home and watch YouTube videos until 2 a.m. in the morning when they're supposed to be writing prompts and skits for videos that they're supposed to be doing. But regardless of what poor life choices these people want to make, it's part of their life, not yours. So just be considerate. Don't come in right when they're about to close. And with all that, a clap and a snap, that's all I got for you guys. Obviously there was a lot that I left out, but I really felt like these 4 points were like the main things that everybody thinks about. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and tell me down in the comments if you've ever worked in the food industry and if you've ever had like a terrible, bad experience with a customer or even a good one. Remember, I put out new videos every Monday, and if you guys want to go ahead and be a part of this and make sure that you don't miss out on any new videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, go ahead and follow me on all my social medias. I know that I'm going to be doing a new series on my Snapchat where it kind of shows like the behind the scenes and what's going on while I'm shooting videos or while I'm talking to people and telling you guys, giving you a little sneak peek about what's coming up next. Again, thank you guys so much for chilling with me and listening to my rant and ramble. And always remember, it takes two to tango, but it only takes one to make a fool of yourself.